of what if Escanor and Merlin were Naruto's parents. So we left off when Naruto going to sleep. Obviously, that's my secret. Oh my phone. That's my secret way of saying that the what if is going to be over. Now, if it's a short period of time, I'm not saying he's going to sleep. Then all, fam. Our stuff around here like 20 minutes long. Don't even comment on my other videos and this one not 20 minutes long. Don't do that, bro. Close to 20 minutes, okay? And yeah, let's go. Today I'm gonna be triple uploading. Subscribe with noties. Like, subscribe with noties. Check out my brother's what's the name? YT at Reese What Ifs, and check out my gaming channel at Circlaps. Anyways, let's get right into the what if. So he woke up and Naruto was like he wasn't too bothered about nothing. And so like I really don't want to do this one right now. But I'm triple uploading, so Naruto woke up the next morning and said another day. Naruto, he went outside instantly and started training. And then it was time for them to test if they could get their if they could become ninjas and stuff. And Naruto, he got it first try. Or did I already do this? Because I really don't remember. I don't think I did, but anyways, they did that, and Naruto made about 115 clones, and they all were so crazed out. And Naruto said, "Well, I really don't like doing that stuff. It's kind of boring." And Iruka said, "What do you like doing?" And then Naruto went off fire mode. And all the people thought that was cool. And then he started floating up in the air with Merlin's power. And then he used fire in one hand. And then he started floating the chair in the other hand. And they thought, wow, that's pretty cool. And Naruto was like, that's the only thing I like to do since it's my parents' powers. And Naruto said, but I want to get jacked like my dad. So, and then, let's just say, who said this? Let's just say, what's his name? Shikamaru said, "You're already buff enough, you drag." And Naruto's like, "You want me to float you off this roof?" And then Shikamaru got quiet, so like crazy fast. And then Naruto's like, "I thought so." And Naruto was like, "Naruto," and Naruto's like, they get on my nerves. Why am I in this class? It's a bunch of lowlifes. And they were like, "Naruto, don't start stuff." And Naruto was like, "I'm always the one not trying to start stuff, but won't you ever tell them to be quiet as well?" And then he said, "Naruto, you know you're stronger than most of these people in the class, right?" Naruto said, "Yeah." "Then why do you act like you're so tough?" "Well, because you just said it. I am tough, man. What's wrong with that?" And then Naruto said, "I don't even care. Like I don't even care. Like an example, I threw Sasuke through the wall because he talked trash. I would throw Shikamaru through the wall because he talked trash. And then Shikamaru got mad, and you know that little tick above their head where it'd be like red, and Shikamaru was like, and Naruto said, "What was that?" And then Shikamaru just he was like, nothing. And Naruto said, "That's what I thought." And then Naruto he started floating away, and Iruka was like, "Naruto, get back here." And Naruto was like, "Alright." And then let's time skip until they were gonna name the teams. Pretty sure I already sent this. The teams were, yes, I did do this. Or was this Kakashi adapted Naruto, bro? It's so hard to remember, but like, tell me in the comments if I already did this. And Naruto, like, he was like, okay. And Naruto, it was time skip until they announced the teams. And Naruto, he definitely got picked first. He got picked with the regulars, just the regulars. They said everything, they did all of that. And then after that, they completed the bell test. They don't listen to that and all of that. And then the tuning exam came. Everything is the same except all of Naruto's fights, and all of Naruto's fights he wins. So yeah. He just floats them, turns into fire. He floats them, turns into fire mode, and then he drops them, and then uses his fire. That was his ultimate move, and nobody could counter it. And Neji even tried to use rotation or something like that, like the defense move, and Naruto just used his magic to take away that. And and Neji was like, "Wow, it's nobody can do that." And Naruto said, "Well, I can." And so yeah, he beat all of his fights. And then after that, like, bro, I feel like this is gonna be a short upload because, like, I really can't remember because, like, I have like a bad memory, and plus, like, I'm thinking of the same, type of things, so like it's kind of hard. But then they went on the Zabuza mission, and Naruto noticed the demon brothers, and he pulled them out of there, and he said, "What are you doing in here?" As he used his magic to disable them, like not disable them. You know how Eraser had up on My Hero Academia? He could like erase their quirks. That's what he did, but with his magic powers. And they said, "Why can't I do anything? What did you do to us, kid?" And Naruto said, "I didn't do nothing. I just erased your power. I just erased your powers and stuff." And they were like, "Give it back now, kid." And Naruto said, "No, why should I? It's mine now." And they said, "Give it back to us, kid." And Naruto said, "Okay, I'll give it back to you when you're dead." and then he used his internal black flames and burned them up. And then they looked at him like he was crazy. And Naruto was like, "What?" Then they said nothing. Then Naruto, they won. And he noticed the rabbit first, and Kakashi then noticed it. And then let's just say Kakashi was way better in this one. It said, "Zabuza, get off your sword now and fight us like a man." And Naruto had noticed it right before Kakashi did, and said, "Yeah, Zabuza of the 7 Demon Swordsmen." And Naruto, right as Zabuza was coming up, like how they do on soccer when they go underboard and then they kick it. That's what he did. Like it's like a backflip, but they kick it. That's what I'm talking about. And then he did that, and Zabuza said, "Oh, y'all are not nothing to play with." And then Naruto was like, "Shadow Jutsu." And then he used fire mode, and then he started floating up in the air, and then used his eternal black flames. And then he started floating Zabuza, threw him up in the air, and then controlled him, and then he put him on the ground, and then all of his shadow clones used different fires. So the first shadow clone used regular, the second used eternal, then regular eternal, then regular eternal, then regular. That's what I'm talking about. And Zubaz was like, "Stop! I can't stand the heat." And then Naruto said, "No, I will bake you like a cookie, a burnt one in fact." And then he stopped, and Zabuza was, I'm not gonna say dead, but he was really weak. And then Haku came and grabbed him, and then they hurried up and said, "We need to get out of here." And then Zabuza and Haku appeared on the bridge, and Naruto noticed that girl was like, that girl was the person who was talking to him and said, "Do you have anybody alone?" He said, "Oh, so you're working for him." And she said, "How did you know?" "I have a good sense." And then Naruto ran up to them, past his river, and then she used her mirror things. And Kakashi was fighting Zabuza, and Sasuke and Sakura were watching the old guy. And then Naruto knocked that one girl out with one blow. And then Kakashi was about to get cut like in his arm, and then Naruto used his magic and like took the blade away from Zabuza and then like threw it off the bridge. And then Zabuza said, "My sword." And then Naruto said, "Stop being pathetic." Then he ran up to Zabuza and then kicked him right in his head, and Zabuza got knocked out. Then they hurried up and ran to the other side. And then they saw Gato on the thing, and Naruto said, "Shadow Clone Jutsu." And then he used his fire mode, and then he used all of his magic to throw all of them in the air except for Gato. And then he said, "All you are life dogs." And then he used his eternal black flames to kill Gato. And then they completed the mission. And then Naruto said, "That was fun." And then the rest of them were like, "We didn't even get to do nothing, Naruto." Naruto said, "Well, that's because you're slow." And then Sakura got kind of ticked off by this. Naruto said, "Okay, you're not slow. I'm just kidding." And then he ran. And like, I'm gonna leave it off short right here because like it's a lot of stuff I gotta do. Like, I'm gonna leave it off short right here, but like sub and like and sub with noties, and check out my brother's channel, Reese What Ifs, and then check out my gaming channel. Even though I got a couple things posted, Sirclat at Sirclat. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it off short here. Sorry for the inconvenience, but peace.